We're going to move into our last segment of the night. Once my mouth cools down. Ooh.
Whiskey will help.
Yeah, which is little known facts. And we're going to switch things up a little bit. So little known facts. Up until now, it's been fair game to share any fact. And we're going to switch that a little bit. And so now the little known fact needs to be about Korea. And remember, we are all going to share a fact and then I rate whether it's little known and whether it's interesting. So who would like to go first, Valentine?
No, not me. Because I have one somewhere. I know.
Oh,
But I
Valentine is
forgot about
actively
it.
looking for his facts. So, Lewis, why don't you go first?
I just spent 20 minutes like when I was coming here looking for a fact and just getting stressed out about this.
All right.
'Cause when
Lay it on us.
I actually don't have any decent ones. I think you'll have to go first. Let me double check.
So I'm about to win by default.
It's not easy at all. Like, I mean, because there's a fine line between. There's plenty of facts, but most people know them already. I mean, it's a lot of the stuff.
Little known fact. A boring fact is better than no fact at all.
True.
Okay,
All
I'll
right.
start with mine.
I had a really good one, but your mum's part of the thing now.
She
so
can handle it.
I don't know. This was a pretty bad one. Is it?
All right, Mom, cover your ears. Lewis is going to go off book here. Lewis?
Let me see. Let me think. Where was it? I can't say it was. I kind of. Let's just say it was. It's pretty extreme. I'll.
Riveting stuff, Lewis.
Yeah, sorry. I'm trying to find it now. Me and Valentina are like quickly trying to find anything. You go first. Are you still eating that stuff? You really enjoy it? You
No, every bite of noodle like cuts the heat. That's what Korean ramen like this does. Is like it's really hot, but if you take a bite of noodles, it like cools it for a minute, and then it gets hotter. And if you take a bite of noodles, it cools it for a minute, and it gets even hotter.
so you're trying to like delay it just by keeping it in.
Okay, so my little known fact is: did you know that Everland, and for those out there who don't know what Everland is a very well-known theme park outside of Seoul. Did you know that Everland is one, owned by Samsung? Probably did. But did you know that it started its life, that plot of land owned by Samsung, was not a theme park. It was actually an extremely large pig farm because Samsung originally tried to go into pig farming. And once the foreign market started flooding Korea with like cheap pork, they basically didn't know what to do, and so they got rid of the pig farm and built a theme park. But Everland was bought for the purpose of being a pig farm.
How did
It actually was a pig farm.
How did you find out that fact?
I'm not going to give away my secret. I told you, Netflix shows. All the Korean documentaries on Netflix. So, rate me. 2 thumbs. Was it little known or was it interesting? 1.
Which one's little known?
I mean, you can. There's not some hard and fast rule. Go. Okay. What did I fail on, Lewis?
Little known, but I mean, interesting wise, it was just a pig farm, so I wasn't sure like what's so interesting about
The pig
it.
farm owned by Samsung. Samsung almost went into the pork industry.
They're probably still in the pork.
No,
industry.
they're not. They got
Are
out.
they?
That was the pig farm.
Right.
I thought it was little known and interesting.
Thank you.
Somewhat interesting.
Yeah.
So interesting.
All right. Let's hear it, Valentine. I think you have time.
Yeah, I think because this website which I got this amazing fact from, the limit the amount you're allowed to. It's on Statista.
So Lewis is getting blocked by a paywall.
I'm thinking about paying $500 now just to get this fact, so I'm not stressed out.
Okay. Okay, I have a good. I mean, it's like I have to pick one among. I found a very good piece of information recently on Reddit. It was like such a good article that I'll talk a little bit more in detail after that little known fact. But I had to pick one fact within this article, which is, did you know that Korea is actually number 1 in the amount of seafood consumed per capita? How do you say?
Per capita.
Per capita. Yeah.
I did not know that.
That was the same as what I told you last week about seaweed.
It's
Number
not the
one.
same thing. They're the number one producer of seaweed.
First of all, that was like a month ago. Second of all,
He's being salty because he doesn't have anything yet.
salty like seaweed.
You said my fact was not interesting last week. When it last time about the
But-
series.
It was, I think, also the presentation.
I have a lot of within that fact. I have a lot of other interesting things that I'll talk right after.
Let's
But
go.
I had to choose one anyway.
What was
So
it again? I can't even. Wait.
Korea is number one in seafood consumption per capita.
1, 2, 3. That was good. That's a good fact.
Yeah.
Because I thought it would be Japan, so I think China's that's pretty.
I would have thought it would have been China too.
Yeah.
So I saw this amazing like article a few weeks ago on Reddit. A guy like wrote like a huge piece on like Korean food and like Korean food, habits. And there's a lot of very good information, a lot of little known facts in this article. And in
/Korea/comments. I'm gonna go and raid that article for my next little.
so especially for like the food consumption, like so South Korea's seafood consumption is 68.1 kilogram per person per year.
Wow.
As someone who lives with a Korean, I can say that's accurate.
So and for meat consumption, it's about 44.6, which is ranked 14 in the world. It's like 14. It's pretty high,
That's pretty high.
and it's first in Asia.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Asia it's first, and then for vegetables, there is Korea's vegetables intake is about 11th in the world. Average daily intake of vegetable is 1 kilogram in China and 500 grams in South Korea. China eats 2 times as much as
That makes sense to me, I think, because if you think about China, per capita is by the aggregate population, right? Like China's income equality is a lot less, so you have a big disparity between like how they eat in the cities and the countryside. So I imagine in China, it makes sense that from a meat consumption standpoint, there's probably a huge swath of the population that doesn't have regular access to meat, so they eat more vegetables.
Yeah.
Where in Korea, you have a pretty uniform.
How can you eat like 1 kilogram of vegetable per day? It's huge. 1 kilogram.
Is that what they eat?
I wonder if
It's
rice
500 grams in
but is
grain.
rice counted rice as a grain? Maybe that's counted into that.
I don't think so.
Yeah. I mean, if you think about it, if you live in rural China, I'm guessing here, but if you live in rural China and you don't have access to meat, you're supplanting all those calories have to be from potatoes. I don't know what they're classifying there as. I think that should be our next segment, though. How can you blank? And then one of us takes the challenge. So, Valentine, next episode, how can you eat 1 kilogram of vegetables? Are you ready? I'll bring some broccoli and we can just film you.
Hang
All right,
on.
give us another one.
Another one?
Yeah.
I'd have to read the article again. I'm not gonna scroll
Okay,
through.
I think I should get bonus points as the only one who actually came prepared with a little known fact in their head, not being read off of a computer screen.
I've got mine ready.
All right, let's hear it, Liz.
Yeah. It's mine's from a phone screen, so that's
It's just as bad.
Well, this isn't really a fact, but it's from a survey done in 2020. So I think it's not really a fact, but we can talk about it afterwards.
Yeah.
And maybe ask your mom to close her ears right now. So it says in 2020, out of 1,000 people who were surveyed, only about 1/5 of Koreans have experience using a sex toy.
1/5 experience using a
Yeah,
sex toy.
20%, only 20%.
Interesting. I want to actually. My question is to you. You're saying only 20%. Do we have like comparative numbers here? I actually am not sure what would.
I know that's because
what
of
would
this
the
stupid
baseline
bloody.
be?
You have to
this
pay more.
paid walls. So I really want to pay now because I'm super interested. You know how much it
Okay.
costs?
No.
$468 per year.
You should be failed out just purely off the fact that you're behind a paywall. Okay, let's rate it. 1, 2, 3.
Thank you.
I say no because one, it wasn't even a fact. It was just there's no context. Is that higher or less than the average? Like I don't know what that information means.
That's your opinion. Do you think is it interesting?
It would be interesting if it was like compared to 50% of the rest of the world, but it's like a fact on an island with no context.
I'm guessing it must be like in the West, like people must use more. Like I don't know.
I don't know though, because if you think about, I'm thinking like the religious aspect of like that kind of puritanical.
Yeah.
In England, I believe you have the saying, just look at the wall and think of England or something like that. I wonder.
Yeah. I don't think I think in the UK, like people wouldn't really care about religious reasons. Young people don't really.
No, I meant like how sex is viewed and stuff. Where like I guess young people.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know. I thought it was quite.
I would be
small.
interested to hear about Japan stats because on one hand, Japan be crazy, but on the other hand, Japan also be a society where men and women are not really getting together in that way when they're younger. So
I think we should. I think we
I
should.
guess
pay,
we'll never know.
I think we should pay for this.
Yes, well,
Yeah,
Lewis pays $500.
it's down from 700 to 468.
Well, that's a deal. You don't want to lose money on this. You probably should move on it. What site is it?
Statista.
Oh, that is a good site. Yeah.
Yeah, it is pretty cool. Like, I mean, some of the topics it says here as well, related to the same thing. It said,
But
they're more likely to be satisfied with. It says, I don't know, using toys. They're more likely.
okay,
to
I have a question. So I'm familiar with Statista. Just a general statistics site. I use it sometimes for marketing statistics.
Oh, so you have the subscription?
No. I'm wondering, what did you have to search in Google to end up on a page in Statista about sex toy usage in South Korea? That's a very specific topic.
This is earlier. You told me you said go niche or something. You said, what did you say to me? Because I said, oh, I don't have anything.
Whatever I said, you definitely misunderstood it.
So I searched Korean sex facts. Well, literally, you told me. I was following what you told me, and I was like, okay, I'll try it this way.